Good afternoon, everybody. How many people from manufacturing sector in this room? I heard since morning digital, fintech, health. How many people from manufacturing? Can you raise your hands? Oh, that's a good number. Great. So to move forward, there you are. I just would like to talk about digital transformation and sustainability in manufacturing. 10 minutes is a very short time, so I'll try to cover as much as what we can fit in this. So I have a slide on about VDMA. VDMA is the largest industrial association in Europe. We cover almost 90% in mechanical engineering in Germany. Founded 31 years old back in 1892. We were more focused in Germany earlier, but now last few years we are now getting to Europe. We have 250 members out of other than Germany, from Europe, mostly from German-speaking countries. Our members employ 1.1 million employees, produce 242 billion euros in production. Very interesting statistics. 82% of that production is exported out of Germany. So in words, more than 1 million people are working for outside Germany. So that's a very interesting statistic. And I mean, if you look at the machine tool industry in India, which has a market size of around Indian rupees 12,000 crores, almost 60% of that is imported into India. So that's a big, I mean, that way Germans gain a lot of it. So from that perspective. Another interesting statistics or data point is 10% of the expenditure is on R&D. Whereas the worldwide is average is 4% and India is less than 1%, 0.7 or 0.8%. So we are categorized into mechanical engineering is a very vast area. We categorize to different sectors like automation, agricultural machinery, woodworking machinery. We're not going to depth of that. And we have offices, as you can see, apart from India, China, Brazil, USA, Japan, Australia, Belgium, and Poland. We just add a statistic across the German exports to India from the year 1985 to current date. As you can see here, it started with 500 million. Currently, we are at almost 4 billion euro, growing at 28%. So last year we grew at 28%. Very interesting. It adds its ups and downs, as you can see it here. 2014, it scaled up. 2020, it dipped because of COVID, and is growing at a phenomenal rate now. So that's a good growth happening at the moment. And this is the export from Germany, from India to Germany. It started at, again from 85, it started at 0, as you can see, and currently it's at close to 1.35 billion euro and growing at a very fast rate, 38%, 39%. So it's a very good growth. Between them is around 4.5, which is close to, and the Indo-German trade is around 28 billion. So it's around still a very, very big potential for India to scale up. So as you can see, the aircraft is taking off, and I'm sure that with the startups in this environment, focus, mechanical engineers are not, it's not like a platform, fintech, you need to do things, Internet of Things and other things so that people get into that. And it's today, I mean, when I did my engineering, mechanical, we used lathes, drilling machines. Today it's all G codes and M codes. So it's today more digital in mechanical engineering, unlike days of my years. So and what is this $3.9 billion exports to India? As you can see here, power transmission engineering, which is significant portion of mechanical engineering. It's almost, I mean, if you see automotive is almost 49% of mechanical engineering, and power transmission you need couplings, bearings, and all transmission equipment. So that is a significant portion. And if you can see, the blue is last year, and the orange or yellow is the previous year. So it's been a good growth, except for the plastics and rubber. So except for that, every year it's been growing at phenomenal rate. So there's a good growth of that shows the Indian mechanical engineering industry is doing well across. And if you ask me, we are out of the 3,600, we have around 600 members in India. Everybody have been doing phenomenally well across. So that's a good sign of the Indian mechanical engineering story across. And this year, as you can see, the auto sector is exploding across. I'm sure how people are buying across. So that's the statistics. So it's doing really well. So coming back to sustainability and manufacturing, this is a video. I just want to show it across. Can I have the volume, please? Well, there's a video from the Manohar fair which VDW subsidiary of VDMA organizes every year. So there's a statistics from BCG, VDMA with BCG, which says that up to 86% of global emissions are from the mechanical and plant manufacturing engineering. This is from BCG across, and it's a very good opportunity. And if mechanical engineering companies explore the solutions in this sustainability engineering, together they contribute production of almost 10 trillion euros. So it's a big opportunity for the mechanical engineering sector in the sustainability. It's as you can see from the graph there or the picture there, it has three big areas: circular economy, which I will talk in a minute, and then climate change. I think you have been hearing a lot about plastics and other things since morning. I don't want to go into depth on that. Then there's the cost-cutting issues that combine the two. So it is very important. There's something called digital passport, which I'll talk to you in a minute, and then of course there are a lot of legislations. And one another important thing that would impact India is the carbon border adjustment mechanism, CBAM tax. That's actually started from 1st of October, and they're monitoring the amount of carbon data that's being, whenever you have to export, the big industry that's going to impact all the steel, cement, etc. So, and it is effective from 2026 January onwards. So that's going to be a big impact across. Well, it's a graph which shows that the entire supply chain is involved. You need both the upstream and the downstream, and it's transparency. Entire thing need to be transparent. The data has to be collected from your first tier, second tier, and from your various ecosystem. You have scope 1, which is direct, scope 2, which is indirect. So you have the entire legislations and the policies viewed around these two activities, which is very important. And I think most of the organizations would need to look at compliances and regulations in a big way to move forward across. Very important. So how do you get the entire data from across the supply chain, whether it is downstream or upstream? We need something very transparent. This transparency model should give all the information: what is the product, what it is about, when it is manufactured, when it is shipped, everything about, what it constitutes, everything about. So every data from right from the manufacturing side, it's a simple QR code which most of the, I would not like to get into depth of it because there's something called a platform called OPCUA, Open Platform Communication for Unified Architecture, which VDMA is a board member there, and it's also present in India where VDMA is also a member on this board, which we worked around this digital passport, which helps organizations to transport materials with this QR code, where every item, I'm not saying every, what you call in e-commerce language, every unit job is monitored and tracked across. So this is a very important thing. So sustainability gives an idea when it is manufactured, and also gives, the days in this activity, as you can see there, you can also collect the amount of emissions across. I think I've just got a few seconds. I will try to skip all these slides and talk on one important slide, the 10 R's of circular economy, which is very important across. So the first R, as you can see across, is refuse. It's very important thing that you need to combine functions, features into one product or refuse some of them. It's very important in circular economy, which helps you in giving a thought about it. Rethink, it has to start from the design phase. Somebody talked about our design today morning. I just heard it across. So design for recyclability is a very important thing. Innovations in enabling technology. Then you have, of course, reduce. You need to reduce all the things. I know my time is up, Joe. Just give me a few seconds across. Reuse. Something very important is happening in battery manufacturing. Use batteries for the electric vehicles after the lifetime of the batteries in the electric vehicle, 4 or 5 years, depending upon the type of vehicle. Use it for storage. That's an important thing. Use it in your homes. Use it in various activities. So very important thing. So that is what is reuse, repair, refurbish. Refurbish is bigger than a repair, where you can actually refurbish most of the things that you use in your home or in your factories and use it for better other purposes, which also is there, repurpose is there. Remanufacture, repurpose, recycle. Repurpose is something, as I mentioned to you, is a very thing, we do it in plastics. I mean, a lot of FMCG companies who use this Coke bottles, they use it for a lot of other purposes, repurposing the entire product that's used. So when you design a product, please bear it in mind. When you design a product, the product manager should think after the product life and cycle, what it can be used for again. So that's the most important. The world is, I mean, I don't want to go into statistics today because since morning you're drowned in statistics. But today the world is, we need to ensure that it's a better place for the next generation. That can be only done by circular economy, not only in manufacturing, well, my emphasis is on manufacturing, but not only in manufacturing, but also in the daily life. Well, this is about how do you do a sustainability strategy, right? And you can see the analyze. It's a typical management work, and we formalize, and all those numbers are there. I think this is being circulated. I think people can read it. Most important in circular or in sustainability process in manufacturing is the 3 Ps. The people, very, very important. I mean, today you need to be very simple thing. You walk on the street and eat potato chips, ensure that you drop it in a bin so that the person picks up the next day and recycle. That's the most important thing. A person has to do it on the street. So that's very important. And planet, yes, that's a safer planet. Profit, I'm sure most of the organizations doing sustainable engineering or reducing GHG are the most valuable companies. And today morning we all heard from startup mentors and the VCs talking, saying that they are the people who are betting the money on that. So that's the important thing. The profits are there and all things will follow. Thank you very much. I'm sure it was interesting, and please make planet a better place for the next generation. Thank you very much.